we're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Up next, it's our main event between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. To kick off, here's Will Lutz, and we're underway at Hard Rock. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Get set, ice jam.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Tunga Vailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Miami. Working quickly here.
Turbo one high. Turbo one high.
Tunga Vailoa on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it in all over.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Finds him over the middle. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Working quickly here.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down.
Working inside the red zone. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he has it down at the 8-yard line on the play. And goes to the hurry up here.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4
Turbo one high.
at the 8-yard line.
Turbo two. Ready, set.
2nd down carry for Achane. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
5-yard gain.
Offense up to the line fast.
That's another Dolphins 1st down.
2 and out from the gun. On the move. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish up an excellent opening series. Tua Tunga Vailoa with the touchdown. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Marvin Mims now to return it. He's brought down just inside the 25.
Mims on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Buying some time right. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. This one misses the tight end. And now they face 2nd down. not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10.
Hold on a second. Ready. Right here. Huddle.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Third and long for him here. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
Down a score and taking a big risk on their own side here. They're lining up to try for this. The 4th down snap to Nix. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Going play action, Tagovailoa. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Tagovailoa off the play fake. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Ready, shot.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's 4th down.
Here's Tua again. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. The Dolphins out to an early advantage. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Going with Achane here out of the gun. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Get safe. Go ahead. Ready? Step. One. Done.
And stick with Achane. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
3rd down, they need 7.
All right. Ready? Two. Get on.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Waddle makes the catch. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Number one, hard. Hard. Drift. Out.
Achane takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow their lead just before halftime. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14.
Broncos nothing.
Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Gets him on the out route. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Shotgun snap to Nix. Man, it's Marvin Mims. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first.
First down. It's a gain of 6. And the Broncos first down.
Away.
Nix with it on 1st. He puts some juice on it deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 1-score game before halftime. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Watts there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Broncos 7.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Get set. Set.
They'll start the drive with Achane. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. Finds his back, Achane. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Gain of 26 yards there. And that is a Dolphins 1st down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Tua off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Kate, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. They both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Here's Achane up the middle. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and goal at the
8-yard line. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Ready. Get on.
From the red zone on 1st. Finds his back complete. Picked up a few as he heads out of bounds.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
Go ahead. Ready, team. Get on.
Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. And he's in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins will add to their lead at the end of the half. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature.
And he pulls it. It's no good. Kick goes too far to the left. Point after, left on the table.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
Hold on, set. Ready. Captain. Bombers.
On 1st down, it's Nix. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Nix from the gun. Finds him on the slant. Jukes away from one. Jukes another one. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. We get a timeout. 8 seconds remaining before halftime.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting a completion. It was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. One last play before the break.
Over set. Ready. Ready. Behind.
One final shot before the half. Buys time, rolling right. A massive shot towards the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break. All set to send it away. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. 1st and 10 for him now following the penalty. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Nix looking to throw. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
And the Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. Up to the races, middle of the field. All the way, touchdown Denver. The Broncos cut into the lead coming out of halftime. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown.
Okay, so many of these defenses today are all about what? Stopping the explosive play, especially in the passing game. But to give up a run, an explosive run for a touchdown, that can just be demoralizing.
One after try is good by lots. And the Broncos get it back to within 6.
Broncos 14.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
35-yard line.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably and go.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Go ahead. Ready, team.
Tua out of the pistol. Throwing for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
You're right here.
Throw here, 3rd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Complete to Devon
A dose of the
Achane.
hurry-up offense here.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
20, TX. Out.
Back to throw it. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Incomplete.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. He gets it up a little shy midfield. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brian, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Over set. Ready.
He'll throw it. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Bails out of the pocket quick. Throwing this one back of the end zone. Put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
2nd down and 10. Tagovailoa. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, get set.
2 and out from the gun. It's his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good.
3/4 in the books from this one.
1st down.
It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can
1st and 10
close
at the
things out for a
29-yard
win.
line.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
He's right, snap. All right. Solo left Zion.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. And any more of those as they trail by a score.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Get set.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Looking to throw. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jason Sanders. From the left hash, this is from 47. Direction doesn't look good here. He missed it right. And they fail to make this a 2-score ball game.
And hope still remains in the building, Kate. Not a 2-score game. In fact, a make there, well, it could have been the death knell. But the miss, you just see it. It breathes some new life into the opposing sideline.
This finds Franklin. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
He's back to throw. Look at that power, deep left side. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down.
It's a gain of 40.
They get 40 on the big hitter. And that's good for Broncos 1st down.
A gain of 40 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
New set of downs for him from the 31. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Well, the pressure really got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it off.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
On 1st down, they're going to start out with H.A. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. It's a big strike to him. And he won't be able to add anything else onto the end of this catch, so it's going to be a completion to the 25. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Turbo 2, ice jab. Ice jab, turbo 2, ice jab.
It's a chance, the inside give. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Ready. Ready, T.
Achane again on 2nd. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That's a short gain of 1. And that sees the Dolphins first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down, and they go right back to it. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. So it's fins up as the Dolphins take the win at home. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start, it's all about how you finish.